Hello and welcome to a short video about composite functions. Now when we're dealing with composite functions, we're effectively sticking two functions together. We're going to work out what happens if we do one function followed immediately by another. It is slightly harder algebraically, but we'll get going with that to start with anyway. Hopefully you'll be able to see how this is working. So if I want to find fg of x, what that essentially means I'm doing is finding f of g of x. So I've got my g of x and I'm finding the f function of that. So I want to find f of 5x minus 7. And the reason that I'm putting 5x minus 7 in there is because that's what it tells me g of x is. Now if you remember from the introduction to functions, if I wanted to find f of 10, I would just replace x with 10. So I'm going to essentially do the same thing now. I'm going to replace x with 5x minus 7. So that'll be 3, adds an x there, so I'm going to put 5x minus 7 instead of the x, plus 2. So that's 15x minus 21 plus 2. So fg of x is 15x minus 19. Now you have to be really careful with this, so the order does matter. Let's have a look what happens if I want to find gf of x. If you remember, what it means I'm doing is finding g of whatever f of x is. So I'm going to find g of 3x plus 2. And just as I did before, I'm going to replace x with 3x plus 2, so that'd be 5, 3x plus 2 minus 7, which is 15x plus 10 minus 7, which is 15x plus 3. So it's very obvious that fg of x is different to gf of x. fg of x was 15x minus 19 and gf of x is 15x plus 3. So it does matter what order you're doing things in. So if we just look at another one, I want to find fg of x again. So that means that I'm finding f of whatever the g of x is. So I'm going to find f of 5 over 2x. So if you remember to do that, I'm now going to replace x with 5 over 2x. So it equals 7 5 over 2x minus 2 all over 3. And I can still multiply that out to get 35 over 2x minus 2 all over 3. Now to simplify that, now if you're not sure what that's going to be, let's multiply by a third. So that's going to give me 35 over 6x. Of course, multiplying by a third is the same as dividing by 3 minus 2 over 3. We can look again at what g of f of x is. So again, I'll be finding the g of whatever my f of x is. So I'm finding g of 7x minus 2 over 3. So wherever I see x, I write 7x minus 2 over 3. So that's going to be 5 over 2, 7x minus 2 over 3, which is 5 over 14x minus 4 over 3. And again, if we think about our fraction rules, that's the same as 5 over 1 multiplied by 3 over 14x minus 4. So that's 15 over 14x minus 4, which again is very different to fg of x. And then just one more example where we'll do it with numbers. I want to find fg of 10. So that's the same as finding f of g of 10. So this time it's easier just to substitute that number in to start with. So g of 10 is 2 over 5 times 10, which is 2 over 50 or 1 over 25. So essentially what I'm now going to do is find f of 1 over 25, which means wherever I see x, I write 1 over 25. So that's 3 lots of 1 over 25 minus 5, which is minus 122 over 25. Of course, you could work it all out algebraically and then just substitute in 10. This just makes it a little bit easier. So the key things to remember here is you work from right to left. And all we're doing is substituting in a function where we see x in the second function. I hope that helps. Thanks very much.